What's going on? Champ is back with yet again another video. Happy 4th of July. Holy crap. It's been a while since I uploaded, huh? Well, DJ Lethal, huge shout out to you, buddy, gave me this idea. I'm going to eat 2 of these hot dogs, and we're also going to see if I can't pass a U.S. citizenship test. So let's combine both of them, shall we? Let's go. Let's get it popping.
So all citizens tests start with a Pledge of Allegiance, as do all sports games, so we're going to go into that. So you take right hand over
These guys seriously don't know.
And then, do you guys know the pledge by heart? No.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I've been out of high school since '03, and I know that, like, still. Please don't fuck it up.
Just follow my lead. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
Good so far.
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. With liberty and justice for all.
Oh my god.
Liberty and justice for all.
Say it, thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so you want to be an American, do you?
Let's go.
Well, then why don't you name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s?
Really? World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, the Cold War, which for some reason counts as a war, the War on Terrorism. Well, that didn't happen in the 1900s. That happened after 9/11. That's it, really, off the top of my head. Let's go.
Just one war. Oh, no, let's just say World War I. That a boy. There we go.
Okay, we're off to a
All
good
right,
start.
not bad. What is the supreme law of the land?
The supreme law of the land. Isn't it the Constitution? Yeah, because during COVID, everyone's like, it's not in the Constitution. And we all follow the Constitution and the amendments. Other than that, I don't know. Law of the president? I don't know.
Oh, come on now. This is what we all live our lives by.
It's got to be the Constitution.
Have a friend.
The government.
You can phone an American. Can I phone an American? Yes. The Constitution. That is correct. It is the Constitution. I've got another softball for you. That was a little too much of a brain buster. Who is the current vice president?
I have no idea. The current vice president? I have no fucking clue. I hate politics, and I hate politicians, so I have no fucking clue.
Oh my god, I don't even know.
Don't feel bad, I don't know.
The president is? Well, who's the president? Joe Biden? God damn right it is. And what is Joe Biden famous for saying?
Nothing special. I don't know.
Gibberish?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going off book here. What's Joe Biden's favorite snack?
Who the fuck cares? What's his favorite snacks? Dicks? That's his favorite snack.
That's a good one, yeah. Anything Little Debbie. We can accept that. Ice cream? We can't accept. Okay, 2 out of 3 then. This should be easy. Who vetoes bills?
Well, I know that the president has, like, the final say. If everybody passes and he could just be like, no. I can't remember this. The last time I fucking learned about this was, like, 5th grade. I know that there's a whole process with the House of Representatives and the Senate. I know the highest that I can go to is the president. So, president for sure.
Oh my god, this is not looking good. What does that even mean? Like, he said, a bill floats on his desk, and he's like, no. Or hers. The president? Yes! Yes!
There you go.
What does the judicial branch do? I don't know.
Shit. Adjudicate shit. I don't know.
I gave you that one.
The judicial.
The vice president. Yep, there we go. No, what does it do, though? What does the judicial branch do? They judice? Judice? I don't know if we can accept it. Define judice.
I can't.
Use judice, please. I don't know how to use that in a sentence. I'm taking the L on this one.
Yeah, me too.
They review laws, basically. Okay.
Oh, okay,
Some
whatever.
of these I just know are a lost cause. Oh, where's the Statue of Liberty?
New York City.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Right in the
Oh,
Hudson.
In the water. That's pretty good. Outside of New York? Ooh, okay. You can accept that. What does Susan B. Anthony do? I've never heard that name in my life. You fucking
I have no idea either.
swine. She fought for women's rights. Okay.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Passes. This one, I think you can get this one. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States?
Not going to war with the USSR. And, wasn't it also like, kind of like a technology race? I mean, going to the moon wasn't the finish line, but there was that. There was what are we going to do with Germany because they built a giant-ass wall, which, well, I think was torn down in like 1988 or something like that, or 1984. It was right around where I was born. Yeah, it was basically just like freedom versus dictatorship. But it was also a technology war. I don't know. Lots of spies. I don't know.
We're still afraid of it to this day.
Communism?
The main concern of the Cold War? Yeah, we're still afraid of it to this day. It's like our boogeyman. You've heard this word before.
Nukes?
Like, what did he say? You know how America is a democracy? Yeah.
Communism.
Like God intended. Well, what does the devil want? You're giving me way too much credit here.
Like a dictatorship.
I don't know. Communism.
Yeah.
Okay. Communism.
Okay.
How many questions is that? We'll do... What is the capital of the United States?
Washington, D.C.
Oh my God. You know it. You know it. Why do I know it? Brother, dig deep.
Washington, D.C. Come on.
Where did the aliens attack at Independence Day?
I never even seen the movie, and it's Washington, D.C.
Okay, actually, yes. That's question number 99. When do we celebrate Independence Day?
4th of July.
That's terrible! Welcome to America!
Are these the same questions?
Welcome to America. I've got some brain busters for you. I'll start it off pretty easy. What is freedom of religion? That is a very honest
It's in the title.
What is freedom of religion? The freedom to practice
Any kind of religion you want.
Correct. Wow. Okay.
The definition's in the title.
What does the Constitution do? Find an American? Yeah, you can find
it's like our guidelines and our...
The Constitution's really getting you out of your seat.
Yeah. I don't get why these guys are so crazy about it.
Kind of?
It's the laws of our government.
Because it's kind of right. It sets up the government.
Yeah. The Constitution to America is like the Ten Commandments to Christians. It's just the rules that we follow. Some of these are hard, but some of these are ridiculously easy, and I'm really surprised that these guys don't know half the answers.
All you did is take question 1 and say this is what it does. I'll accept it, I guess. Just because I like your shirt. Thanks. Yeah, 2 for 2.
Oh my god.
Who is the commander-in-chief of the military?
I don't know.
Well, you know who he is.
I know what he does, but I don't know who it is currently. But I don't know what part of the question you're asking. Are you asking who is it now, or what do they do?
Oh, it's the president. Yeah, it's the president.
Oh, it is the president. Okay.
The House of Representatives.
Wait a minute. What? Commander-in-chief?
No idea. Who is the commander-in-chief of...
Oh, I heard like commander of like... I don't know what the hell I heard. I'll take that L.
Well, you know who he is.
Shit.
You know. It's the president. Yeah.
I feel really stupid for not knowing that at first. Holy shit.
The House of Representatives has how many voting members? 11. 435.
Way off. Oh my god.
That was unfair. 2 for 4. I'll stop giving you the AP level exam questions. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? That beautiful sermon I walked you through. What do we pledge allegiance to?
The flag.
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct. Who is the vice president?
I don't know. You already asked me this.
Oh. Well, I'm not clear. Alright.
I have no idea.
I'm not giving that answer away. One of you is going to get this eventually. But don't cheat. How old do citizens have to be to vote for president?
18, isn't it? Or 17. I think it's 18. I'm going to go with 18.
18. Yes. Yes. Yep. 4 for 7, yeah.
I don't like to vote either. Just so you know. I hate both Democrats and Republicans alike. Because it's all about affirmation, not information. And since we're all stupid, no matter what side you pick, I'm going to say screw both sides. In fact, I asked my boss, I was like, hey, is there a party that just hates everybody? He's like, yeah, it's called being a libertarian. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm one of those guys. I fucking hate politics. Avoid it at all costs.
So we're getting down to the wire here. You're going to need a heater, so I'll give you a good one. Who was the first president? Oh, yeah.
Okay, if this guy doesn't know who this is, that's just pathetic.
He was in Fairly Odd Parents, too. He had to chop wood because he had wood teeth.
What?
He is on Currency. There was a viral YouTube video that used his name. You know, I'll even give you his last name. George Washington? Yes!
How can you not know that?
You need the hint. Alright, you need 1 out of the next 2 here.
Okay.
Name one problem that led to the Civil War.
Slavery? Slavery?
There was a real big problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you do not know this, dude. How do you not know?
Get under your skin.
Someone wasn't very nice to me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's it.
Now let's expand that. Who? What? Let's broaden the scope.
Right.
On a nationwide scale, people weren't nice, and it was called something. Not one of
Slavery.
the problems that led to the Civil War, but like specific. It's slavery. Man. It was slavery. I want to make sure you're not racist. What did Martin Luther King do? MLK Jr., baby.
If you don't know this one, you're stupid too.
Black Moths?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to America, friend.
Thank you.
I'm gonna nail the rest of these
God's
too,
country.
except for the vice president.
You want to be an American,
question.
huh? Well, why don't you tell me what we call the first 10 amendments of the Constitution?
What do we call the first 10? Oh shit! That was the original shit. Yeah.
Well, what do you think we call it?
Laws.
That's like I mean, that's pretty good. Is that one for law? No, we can't accept that.
No. Give me the answer, because I don't know.
Schoolhouse Rock has a whole song about it. I'm just up, yeah, I'm only up,
Bill.
and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. That's all I did to use it.
So it's called a bill?
Just choose a word.
The first 10 were called a bill? That can't be right.
That rhymes with Hill at this point. It's Bill. A Bill of Rights. Let's do it.
Oh, the Bill of Rights! My friend Ed is going to murder me for that one. That's what's going to happen there.
Who is the vice president?
Don't know.
Someone's gonna get this.
Can you search it on Google for me real quick?
No, we can't cheat. Yeah. You can phone an American if you want to
Honestly,
use
if
it.
anything can get it though. Nah, I'll pass.
Alright, 0 for 2 is a rough start. Here, this is such a freebie. Just name one branch of the government.
Judicial branch.
Yes! Yes! 1 for 3, there she goes.
Could have had that one before.
How many years? Or we elect a president for how many years?
4.
Every
Yep.
4.
Okay. Easy. Who signs bills to become laws?
Ooh, the president. The president can.
Who is it? We got the spirit of George Washington in here today. That's 3 for 5. Yeah, that's a streak. This is such a stupid question. What does the president's cabinet do? Just what do you think?
They have like specific
They're like
tasks.
assistants.
It's like the kitchen. You do pizzas, you do wings, blah blah blah. You're the treasurer, you're the secretary of state, blah blah blah.
And what does an assistant do?
Like, get him coffee?
We can accept that.
They're in charge of
they just
everything.
advise him. Yeah, they just advise him. No shot. You get this, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. What is the highest court in the United States?
Supreme Court?
The Supreme Court?
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't realize we had a superstar. Okay.
You're not actually.
I mean, brother.
Once you said court, thank you, by the way. Huge shout out to not probably my favorite podcast, my absolute favorite podcast, Let's Go to Court. Funniest shit ever. It's super long and it comes out once a week, but holy shit is that shit funny. Anyway, whenever a case goes to the Supreme Court, both the ladies go, it goes to the Supreme Court. Good stuff. You need to listen to that podcast. Hopefully they get off break, man. They took the whole month off. It's supposed to be back on tomorrow, but who knows?
Didn't even know vice president or Bill of Rights. I counted him out. True. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms?
April 15th? Are you talking about when you do taxes? Back that up.
True. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms?
Yeah, April 15th or 18th or something. I think they recently changed it to later on, so it's like in May maybe, but I don't really give a shit because I just give it to them as fast as I get the W-2s. So I want to say April. I'm going to say April 15th. If it's April 18th, it still counts as a win.
You want to float in the American? Oh, now you're so funny. Oh, oh, you're American.
What?
Imagine Peyton gets it wrong, you have to fire her.
April 15th.
It is April 15th. That's fine.
Don't fuck with
Yeah, one
me.
more. I thought I didn't even
That makes up for the whole Bill of
American
Rights
called
thing.
a friend curveball. Okay, I'm going to ask you for another specific date if you don't mind, Big Shot. When was the Constitution written?
April 15th.
1777. Or I'm sorry. Shit. Let's pause that. It wasn't just signed on July 4th. It took a few days. It took between like July 2nd all the way up to like July 8th or 7th or something. 1776, because that's the year they gained their independence. So it wasn't just one day. It was actually a series of it was like a week. I don't know. But it wasn't just one day. We celebrated on the 4th of July today. The time of the recording of the shits.
I'll just let that go. Of what year?
1776.
Yes, it does.
Then it goes 9,
No, you're
8,
Nope.
7,
Yep.
1764.
Close.
No, it wasn't bad. 1787.
17. How? What? I just muted it. What? 1776 was like the start of the war, wasn't it? Oh, shit. Not the end, it was the start.
This is one if you can't answer this one, this is gonna actually be very offensive. What major event happened on September 11th, 2001?
The 9/11 attacks.
9/11.
What was it?
The terrorist attacks.
We can accept that. We can take that. Yeah. America, welcome to the country. You're one of us now.
How many questions do you have to miss? Because I don't even know if I'm in or not.
I'll find it eventually. Hey, welcome to the country. This is where Jesus was born. So you want to come here?
No, it wasn't.
Well, then why don't you tell me the idea of self-government in the first 3 words in the Constitution, huh? What are the 3
We
words?
the people.
Have you heard of the Schoolhouse Rock? It goes,
We the people.
blank the blank, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice and...
There was a wrestling group. I forgot what it was called. It was during the period of time that I wasn't watching wrestling. Every single time they would come out, they would go, "We the people." I think Cesaro was in it. Swagger was in it. I can't remember who else because I wasn't watching during that period of time. But yeah, We the people.
Ensure domestic tranquility. Provide for the common. Promote the general welfare and... Yeah, first 3 words of that song. You gotta study up on Schoolhouse Rock.
I'm gonna have to pass. I don't know.
It was We the People.
God
I'm
damn.
not getting that.
God damn.
Jesus Christ.
God damn.
Alright. Who is in charge of the executive branch?
I don't know. In charge of the executive branch. I don't know who's in charge of any of the branches. Executive, judicial, or legislative. I'm going to have to pass on this one.
Yeah, wow, that was confident. Yeah, that was good. I actually thought that was going to be for sure.
Wait, say again?
Yeah, wow. Who is in charge of the executive branch?
President?
Yeah, wow, that was confident. Yeah, that was...
The same 4 questions is before. Who's in charge? Whenever, okay, here's the deal, okay? Whenever he asks who's in charge, even if I know it's wrong, I'm gonna say the president from now on. How could I get that wrong, but I got the last 3 that he was in charge right?
I actually thought that was going to be for sure a dud. Nice work. Who signs bills to become laws?
President.
Goddamn right he does. You're goddamn right.
You ain't fucking with me again.
Yeah, who is the vice president of Cohen America?
No clue.
Go back.
No, who is the vice president? The answer to that question is who knows and who the fuck cares? I hate. Oh my god, I feel dumb though for not knowing who the actual guy is.
Kamala Harris.
That is correct.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
It's about time someone finally understands our country. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's when I get to the brain busters like this. What are the 2 major political parties in the United States?
Republican and Democrat. Republican and Democrat. Which is kind of funny because, like, during the whole entire Trump shit, people started bringing back the Confederate flag for some fucking reason, and all the liberals said that it was, like, the Republicans' fault. Like, the Republicans are all Confederates. They're all South supporters, slave supporters. But if you really look at history, it's actually the exact opposite. The South was actually Democrats and the North was all Republicans. And if you don't believe me, then here's a question for you. Who was the first ever Republican president of the United States? Abraham Lincoln. Nobody's bringing back the South. What the fuck you talking about?
Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? You're kind of an exceptional student of the American culture. I'm gonna have to get something big for you.
Yeah, lay it on me. Lay it on me, Charlie.
Why did the colonists fight the British?
Because the British were in charge of everything. They wanted Americans to pay for the fight with with France. I forgot the name of that shit. It was like a 7-year war or something like that. British wanted the United States to pay that debt because they were broke because of that war, and they wanted America to pay up. Meanwhile, America was like, we just want to be our own independent nation. I don't want to fucking pay you back. The answer to that question is no. So then the British came up with a whole bunch of weird-ass taxes, and the best example I can give you for that was the Stamp Act, where literally anything that you bought, all the bookstores, whatever, they would just put stamp that's an additional 25 cents. People are like, what the fuck? And they were expensive-ass shit. Like, cents back then was like dollars today. So 25 cents back then was like $25 today. Think of it that way. And, I mean, it might be a little bit skewed, but yeah. So they did this stuff like the Stamp Act. The United States wasn't having any of it. And after a while, they revolted. They wanted to be their own nation. And after that, shot heard around the world, Boston Tea Party, evading taxes, Minutemen, which is where our rights to bear arms come from. It comes from that period of time, too, because Minutemen were people that were armed, ready to fight any minute. Minutemen. Boom. Very simple. So that's basically, I think, what they really wanted.
I have no idea.
It is mainly high taxes.
Yeah, because they wanted. Because British wanted America to pay for the previous war because they were broke because they helped them beat the French. It was like Americans and certain Native Americans versus the French, who was in charge of a big chunk of the north and the eastern part of the higher northern shits, along with Canada and other Native Americans, in like a tag team match.
Starting to flounder a little bit. Bring it back with this one. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
A whole bunch of people.
President?
Which one?
George Washington?
No.
No.
That was Thomas Jefferson. Let's bring this back to where I think you got a fighting chance. And by that I mean I'm giving you one I know you don't have a fighting chance. Real
Okay,
quick.
here we go.
What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
The Louisiana Purchase, bitch. Big chunk of the whole mid section of the United States, which is where like what is the middle part? Mountain Time, where that shit is. So from around like Chicago, that line over there, all the way the fuck to like probably like I think it also included Oklahoma, Texas, all that other stuff. But that whole huge section was called the Louisiana Purchase. Which also, by the way, is what helped lead up to the Civil War. Who was going to control all these things? What state's going to be a northern freedom state and a slave state? But the answer that you're looking for is called the Louisiana Purchase. And that took place 20, 30 years before the Civil War, somewhere around there.
You gotta know about 1803. Florida. Not Louisiana. Idiot. I don't think anyone says it is.
Just straight up Louisiana.
What ocean is on the east coast of the United States?
It's bad.
What do you think it is, huh? Do you think it's the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean? There, I just narrowed it down to 50-50 for you.
You only got a couple oceans.
If you don't know this,
I don't think I can.
if you don't know this,
No.
this is Reading a Globe 101.
Other than put in the spot, I'm blank completely. Just name an ocean. I'm not going to say one, it's just not going to be an ocean. I'm going to... What's
Indiana Ocean? Is that
Indiana Ocean.
It's not the right one, but it is an ocean.
Yeah, no, I've completely blanked.
It was the Atlantic for the East Coast.
Now that I hear it, yep.
Why does the flag have 50 stars?
For 50 states. Please get this right. The stars is of all 50 states. The stripes is the original 13 colonies. If you do not get this right, move to Canada. Or Mexico or something.
For every state?
Yes,
Thank
that
you.
is correct. This is the last question. All right. Who is the father of our country?
President.
The
This one's probably wrong, but
Yeah. Who is the father of our country? It's question number 69.
the father of our country.
It is George Washington. Welcome to
Okay.
America.
Okay, for some reason I was thinking like a country, like if that's the case, then probably the British. I don't know. Okay, makes sense. That's a weird way to ask that question. Here we go. This has got to be the last one then. Alright, we're almost done. Let's nail this last part and watch some fireworks, drink some beer, and eat some more fucking hot dogs. Here we go. I like the hat, by the
Now
way.
that you've tortured our Australian friends, it's your turn to be in the hot seat. All right, let's
Now
see.
watch, Charlie here sitting down here about to answer the questions. I bet he studied this whole entire thing for like 3 days before this happened, so he's just gonna school everybody. That's my prediction.
Let's see. Rights and responsibilities. We're going to start slow, but still tough. Who was the president during World War I?
Fuck! My first thoughts immediately went to Roosevelt, but that's not World War I, that was World War II. And I should know this because he was also big into like the end of the Prohibition, or right in the middle of the Prohibition. Oh shit! I don't know.
Eisenhower.
No, It's not Eisenhower. Eisenhower was a general in World War II. It's not Eisenhower.
No. You sure?
Yes.
You want another guess? Give me a second. Yeah, think of the...
Eisenhower.
Oh, Roosevelt.
No.
Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson.
All right, you're warming up. Warming up. How many amendments... Do you know this one? Did you read this one? Well, there's only... How many amendments does the Constitution have? Oh, it's 10.
It started as 10, but there's more because as history went on, they kept adding amendments. And they added an amendment saying that that wasn't an amendment? I can't remember. It was a court case. It ended in a court case where black people were not considered people, therefore couldn't vote. But that wasn't an amendment, I don't think. No, what I was thinking was prohibition. What was an amendment was no more drinking. But then they made another amendment because for some reason you can't just delete amendments and say, okay, I take that back. There are going to be limitations on who can drink. So we're up to at least, like... It's way past 10. It's got to be up to, I'm going to say, like 38 or something. I'm going to say 38.
Because it's the Bill of Rights. Or is it 13? Not that either. Really? 27.
Ooh.
Oh,
I thought it was way more.
27.
27?
Oh, yeah. I agree. That was a big moment. I remember that. You're starting off slow. These are hard. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? You got this one. Oh, checks and
Votes?
balances.
Votes? Say what now?
From becoming too powerful.
I thought it was votes. Like electoral votes. Votes? Yeah, I'm gonna say votes. I don't really know. What prevents one branch from being too powerful? It's either like electoral votes or something like that, or isn't it just like, hey, let's just cool it the fuck down. You're kind of fucking us up here, like the president says that. President. I'm gonna say either the president or votes.
You got this one. Oh, checks and balances. Checks and balances, baby.
Okay.
There we go. Woo.
Whatever.
What is the economic system in the United States? I will accept one of two answers.
What is
the
it?
Economic system, huh? That is so fucking big.
Yeah. That's what I was
You
thinking.
know it. Just really think. I don't know how to... Yeah, like, we are a blank economy. A capitalist economy. There you go. That's it. That's
Okay.
it. Yeah, it's so broad.
I didn't even get the question.
Yeah. You got it.
Didn't even get the
How
question.
many U.S. senators are there?
16? U.S. senators. Shit. A lot.
I would not get this one right, for sure. I'd like to phone in Australian. You can phone Australia. Yeah, all three of
Yeah,
them.
you lucky bastards have this cheat code. I don't. My phone's over there. I'm not going to grab it.
Over.
This is all from my head. From a true American.
Senators. So we're looking at double digits at least.
It's like 36.
What do you think?
Fuck it. We're going to say 36.
Is everyone in Australia?
Probably,
more than
it's
10?
either way too much or not anywhere close.
It is 100.
I didn't know that.
Good try, guys. You did a good job. Awesome. Alright, good golly, Miss Molly, I got one for you. What month do we vote for the president in? November. That a boy!
That I knew.
Nope. What is one responsibility that is only for United citizens? You're not a citizen, you don't have this responsibility.
Oh, responsibility, not right. A responsibility. As a U.S. citizen, what is my responsibility? Like, I keep thinking of rights. Like, well, I have the right to bear arms, all that other stuff. What responsibility do I have? Believe in my country? I don't know. I don't know what direction we're going in here. Just roll. I don't know.
One I would say on this is optional, and the other is not. Yeah, like the only thing that's not optional is taxing, right? Because like this is more something you partake in. Oh,
Taxes isn't a responsibility. That's just something that's imposed by the government.
Whoever wrote these are like trying to some people.
I think.
Something that you like. So you as an American citizen, you have a right to take care of a God-fearing American citizen. You have a responsibility to do these two things.
Vote and
serve on in the armed forces.
No.
Have you ever been called to the armed forces?
No.
Yeah. Serve on a jury. Or vote in a federal election. Voting I should have easily gotten.
I thought voting was a right. The right to vote. I thought it was a right. I didn't think it was a responsibility. I immediately went to vote.
Yeah, I guess I just wasn't even thinking about big picture enough. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 answers to this.
Okay.
What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? A promise.
A promise.
I'll go pretty loosey-goosey on this and accept what you're throwing at. That you'll pay taxes at some point.
No.
Let's see. Let me just make sure. Alright. Do you want... No, alright. Try again. So I'll phone an American. Chelsea, what's a promise you make as an American citizen?
As an American citizen, what promise do you make? Uphold the peace? I don't know.
Citizen. I won't lie, steal, cheat, murder.
That's 10 Commandments shit.
Which is like, yeah, but I feel like that. I'm going to give you this because one of the choices is obey the laws of the United States, which is taxes and no murder and all of that.
Oh, okay.
Give up loyalty to other countries. Keep that in mind, boys. You're not Australian anymore. Defend the Constitution, obey the laws, serve in the U.S. military if needed. That was close. Serve the nation if needed, and be loyal to the United States. Interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Whew. There were 13 original states. 13 original colonies. Shout them, tell all about them, one by one, till we give enough name to every state.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
USA. Alright, name 3 of the originals. I only took
3 of the original 13 colonies. Boston. For sure. Washington. Boston, Washington. Shit. Not Manhattan. I don't know if Manhattan was formed yet. Boston was definitely there. Washington was definitely there. I'm thinking Virginia, but I don't think that's... I know that's not true. It's that whole East Coast. From, like... Not Maine. Maine was part of Canada at that time. Like, it was... I don't know the third one. Boston and Washington for sure.
It is crazy how much we remember in song. Well, one of them's got to be Washington.
Yep.
Are you saying Washington or Washington, D.C.? Well,
Does it matter?
There's a Washington and Washington, D.C. Let's just all encompass it.
Washington, D.C. because Washington... Okay. Washington, D.C.
Well, yeah. I'm wrong on both. Yeah. What the fuck? Alright, you're getting frazzled. Yeah, we moved east to west. Yeah, manifest destiny. And we... Think the rock.
Like the third...
Not like on the rock.
Are we talking about states or are we talking about cities? I was thinking cities. Are we talking states? Then there's New York, Pennsylvania, all that shit. Massachusetts. North Carolina, South Carolina. If we're talking states, it's that shit. Are we talking states or are we talking cities? That's what you need to be clear on.
Plymouth Rock? Yeah, where's Plymouth Rock at? I still remember where Plymouth Rock is. My brain's going to places that I think are just too far east.
Give me some like old-timey places, you know. They may have
Like Virginia.
Philadelphia.
and you know they may have put like poop vents in their streets or something like that.
No way New York is one of
New
the
York.
How is that one of the original colonies? That doesn't make any sense. That means
I'm giving you that one.
Mississippi's one of them too?
That is.
I keep going under the assumption that New York City was formed after, like, long after the Declaration of Independence was signed. That's what I keep thinking.
Is incorrect.
Cities or states?
The right answer.
Because I mean, what's next? You're going to tell me Pennsylvania was one of them? Would you like to hear the whole list?
Yes.
Okay.
No? Okay.
Alright, I don't care about them.
Alright, let's finish off with one I think you'll get. You and Nick Cage love this.
Okay.
Oh, is that right? The Declaration of Independence, when was it signed?
No.
1776.
No.
What?
No. What are two rights in the Declaration of Independence?
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Goddamn right.
It's great to keep you here.
I'm glad to stay.
I ain't leaving. I ain't fucking leaving.
Okay. So does that mean I'm a citizen? Or does it not? Happy 4th of July, folks. If you're watching fireworks, be careful out there. There's a lot of weirdos out there, okay? There's 2 videos right there. And I'm going to go ahead and attend a history class now.